I'm Christine the Gemini Stitcher and welcome to my sewing space. If you're a new subscriber, welcome to the Crazy Sewing Gang, and if you're an existing subscriber, thanks so much for sticking with me. I really appreciate it. This is my Monday Makes and Plans vlog, so let's jump in and see what I've made this week. There are two garments that I've made this week, and I'm wearing the first one. Super proud of this. This is the casual shirt from the Back to Basics Sewing Bee book, and it went together like a dream. If you're interested in making this blouse or shirt but find it a little bit daunting and you've got the book, then I will pop the link in the details below for my sew along for the casual shirt, which went out last week, and you can sew the shirt along with me. This is the second thing that I've made this week, and it is, yes, it's another tulip dress. I think I'm addicted to them, but this is the final version. Well, there might be one more in my head, but this is kind of the final version. This is the fabric that I bought at the Quilt Festival from Sew Different. It's their own fabric designed by the lovely Laura, and it is a beautiful linen fabric. The fabric at the bottom that I've used as the contrast I got from Roy's Material World at the Quilt Festival. So I have both fabrics with me and this fabric with me, and I could match the bottom linen panel perfectly. And I think it goes really, really well together. Super chuffed with this. I'll pop up some images of me wearing the dress, and then you can see how chuffed I really am with it. What do I alter on the tulip dress? I take about 3 inches off the length of the bodice, about 3-4 inches off the sleeves, and then this dress has a drop sleeve, but I graded the drop sleeve area in by about an inch at the top on the panel, on the pattern, to allow for my narrow shoulders. And that's the only adjustments that I made. We'll turn it around and you can see the back. Absolutely stunning dress. This is the one that I've made with the long sleeves. The other two just had the grow on short sleeve, which finishes there. The long sleeves have got a lot of detailing. There's 3 pleats that you sew in. The long sleeves have got a lot of detail. There's 4 pleats that you sew in to the bottom edge of the sleeve, and then I've added a bound cuff in the same green as the bottom of the dress, and I've added a nice bound cuff that matches the bottom of the bodice area to bring the dress together. It's an easy sew. It's got pockets because we love a pocket. And if you want to see my other versions, pop back and watch my other Monday makes, because I think for the last 3 weeks I've been making tulip dresses. So that's my makes for this week. 2 garments. Not bad going. What else have I been up to? It's been a bit of a quiet week last week. The only thing that I had planned was the sewing social on Wednesday at the Millhouse venue. We had a full house this week, so there were 20 of us all busy sewing away, and it was absolutely brilliant. I had a fabulous time. And then on Friday, I got invited to a new Knitter Data group. Now, some of you may know I do sometimes like to do a bit of knitting, but I'm not very consistent with it. So I've joined this group. It's new. There were 3 of us there this week, but that's great. I'm sure it will grow as it builds momentum. And I'm using it to keep me on track with my knitting. I start things and don't finish them. Unlike my sewing, where I actually do start and finish one garment at a time, most of the time. With my knitting, I like lose momentum. It takes a lot longer to knit a garment. But I've decided that this autumn winter, I'm going to knit some. I need a couple of jumpers and a couple of cardigans. And last year, I bought the cable knit fabric that was everywhere. And they looked great when I first made them. But after 2 or 3 washes, they started bobbling. And it annoys me, particularly the cream ones are looking a bit, yeah, now. So I thought, right, you need to get back to basics and knit cardigans and jumpers more yourselves. I love a good sweatshirt and I love a good hoodie, but a proper jumper, in my opinion, you can't beat. So I've got 3 or 4 knitting projects that are sort of part finished, but could I find them? Could I? Heck. So Friday morning, I had to be at this Knitter Natter at 10 o'clock. So I had a quick look online. Hobbycraft is only a 10-minute drive away from me, and it opened at 9 o'clock. So I thought, right, I'm down at Hobbycraft. I'm not going to this Knitter Natter. I'm going to get myself a fresh project, start from scratch, and stick with it. Fingers crossed. This is the pattern that I got myself. It's called the Broken Honeycomb pattern, and it's knitted up in the WI homespun yarn, which is 100% pure wool, and I fell in love with it. If I'm knitting, it's like my sewing, I want to use quality yarn, and this yarn is beautiful. These are the colours that I've chosen. Go quite well with my tulip dress, don't they? But this is going to be a jumper. It's going to be that honeycomb jumper. So the top part's going to be in the moss green and the bottom is going to be in this beautiful warm cream colour. And I've made a start on it. Here it is. I'm doing the back. Really pleased with progress. And hopefully, if I've got to go to the Knitter Natter every Friday and show people where I'm up to with my jumper, it will give me the momentum to actually complete a jumper. And I actually want another one and 2 cardigans. I'm on the hunt for another jumper pattern, Aran weight, I think, and a couple of cardigans. So if you know any knitting patterns that you're doing that you think I might like, send me the links in the comments. Help a girl out because I've not knitted for quite a while. Now, on a previous vlog, I showed a mustard jumper that was in Aran wool that I'm part way through knitting. And as I said at the beginning, don't know where I've put it. So maybe that will be one of my jumpers if I find it. So that's enough about my knitting escapades. What sewing am I planning on doing this week? Make a Maison Fauve pattern, and it's the dandelion jacket. I'll just turn this round and you can see the line drawings. Quite a simple jacket. Loving the button placket. Not sure what pocket option I'm going to do. Don't think the kangaroo pocket. I might do the patch pockets or the welts. I'll see how I feel about the welt pockets when I start making it. So what is the dandelion jacket? Excuse me while I look down because I'm reading from the back of the pattern. The dandelion jacket leaves nothing to chance, and it's a combination of details that gives it an incredible look. With 3 types of pockets to choose from, you'll be able to revisit the pattern in any number of materials. Whether sporty, elegant or casual, a classic you'll love for years to come. Sounds amazing. Now, I bought this at the Knitting and Stitch show in Harrogate last November, and I've not made this pattern. So I am committing to making this jacket, or starting to make this jacket, this week. We're making up a size 40, and according to the back of the pattern envelope, it says I need 1.6 metres of fabric and 1.3 metres of lining. I already got the fabric. I bought it from Maison Faux when I had FOMO because I didn't go to the Knitting and Stitch show at Alexandra Palace last year, and I compensated by buying a load of their fabrics, and this is the only one that I've got left. Here it is. It's a jacquard fabric, cream with a small blue floral pattern on. I don't know if you can see, possibly not, but the blue on these flowers is metallic, so it's got a little bit of Christine sparkle to it as well. So that's the fabric that I'm doing it in, and I'm going to line it in that beautiful blue. And that really is the only sewing plan that I'm giving myself this week, because jackets can be time consuming, and I've started going down that knitting rabbit hole, and once I sit there knitting, the day goes. So one garment this week, and it's going to be the dandelion jacket. Wish me luck. So what else have I got planned this week? On Wednesday, I'm going to Empress Mills in Burnley. It was just an online shop. I think it closed to the public when COVID hit, and it's never opened again. But they are now open to the public again, which is absolutely amazing. They did have an open day a few weeks back. It might have been open a couple of months now, and I've just not managed to get there. I've had a quick look online, and there are quite a few things that I wouldn't mind buying, but I am trying to do in-person shopping as much as possible to avoid being disappointed when the fabrics arrive and then ending up destashing them. We're going on Wednesday. I'm going with Sharon and Steph, and hopefully I will just be doing sensible shopping. I've got a little list. They've got some really nice bag strappings, so I want to hopefully get some bag strappings for my stash, so that when I make my next bag, I've got a choice. I've not got to start searching for all the notions to make the bag. And I've noticed that they've got some sweatshirting fabrics, and for my autumn winter makes, I want to make jog bottoms and a matching top, maybe a hoodie, one with a hood, one without a hood. The joggers that I'm wearing at the moment are handmade, but they're getting a bit worn out. I do wear them a lot. Now, 100% cotton sweatshirting, it's really hard wearing, but it can start to fade quite quickly. I've noticed on Empress Mills, they've got some sweatshirting that's a mix of cotton and polyester. I'll pop some images up of what I'm talking about. It looks like the backing is quite velvety, and I'm interested in seeing how that feels and looks. So I might get myself some sweatshirting fabrics to make my joggers and tops for the autumn and winter. And that's all I'm looking for, really. Famous last words. Unless I see something absolutely amazing that I just can't live without. That's going to be all that I buy. And the reason for that is because I've been really naughty, and I mean really naughty for me. Been lusting after a faff sewing machine for the last 18 months. I couldn't decide whether I wanted the performance icon or the creative icon. The price is astronomical, and Nicola, who comes to our sewing socials, was telling me she's bought one, and she's bought a pre-loved one from a place called the Sew Centre, which is Barn Yarns. And she said, just keep looking on their website at the pre-loved. And they're basically machines that people have traded up, and they've given them a full service. You get a 12-month warranty with them, and she swears by hers. So I've been looking for a few weeks, and there wasn't any faff machines that I wanted. And then on Friday, one popped on. And they've got, well, they had a faff creative icon, pre-loved, in the price bracket that I could afford. I'm not going to tell you how much it was because they are not cheap. But I ummed and ahed about it for about 24 hours. It was in my head. I thought, I'll see how I feel overnight. Saturday morning, did it. And now I'm really nervous. Have you got a faff? Have you got a creative icon you can give me any tips about? I've been watching a load of vlogs on YouTube about it and demos, trying to get my head around it before the thing arrives. And I'll let you know how I get on with my faff journey. It might be a mini series. Every time I learn something new, I might share it with you. No, I think that's a bit OTT. But yeah, new sewing machine. So, my brother NV1300 that I'm looking at over there that has served me so well, I might have to sell. I'm going to keep it until I'm happy with the faff. I'm hoping I'll love it. Watching the videos, it seems a little bit complicated and daunting, but I'm sure when it arrives and I've taken my time, got used to it, I'll be a whiz on it in no time. I've never had an embroidery machine, and the creative icon is a sewing and embroidery machine. So I'm really excited about starting to learn all about machine embroidery. And I found a course that an online one that I might do. That is run by, can't remember the name. I'll put the details below, and I'll put the link in the details in case you're interested in doing it as well. I'm not affiliated. I don't know anything about this company. It's an American company. I've been watching their little demos. There's 186 little videos all about the faff creative icon. So I'm working my way through them while I wait for my machine to arrive. Hopefully, some of it will sink in and I won't be as daunted when I get it out of the box. Fingers crossed. But yeah, I'm thinking of doing one of their courses. They do two. One's for a big quilt and one's for a small quilt to get you used to the machine and everything that it does. So I think that might be quite a good idea. And I'll let you know whether I do take that course up and how I'm getting on with it. So that's it for this week with my exciting news. I'm going to make the dandelion jacket, and that's why that is the other reason why I've only given myself one sewing project this week, because some point my new machine is going to land and then there will be mayhem and no real sewing will get done. So I may not even get the dandelion jacket finished, but fingers crossed, we'll see. And I'll let you know next week how I got on at Empress Mills, what I bought, did I stick to my shopping list, and would I recommend going and having a nosy there yourself? So have a great sewing week. I will see you on Wednesday when it's the Busy Bee Transformation Challenge reveal. So don't forget to tune in for that one. And then we'll be back with some more Make Some Plans next Monday. Love you all loads. Have a wonderful sewing week, and I'll see you soon. Bye.